So what's going on, everybody? I hope that you guys can hear me. I told you guys I would do a question and answer. If I got 10 questions, I have 6 that was posted on the sites, and I got a few that I jotted down over the last, I would say, 2 to 3 weeks. So you guys get to look at my Cleveland Browns stuff because I am a Cleveland Browns fan. But I'll raise this up a little bit so I don't have to go down so much. I gotta reorganize my webcam, but we'll be getting into that during this live cast. So let's just dive right into it. We're going to be doing a live question and answer, and the questions are pretty standard stuff, nothing too in depth. But the first one was, and this is from, I believe, Frank. Are you the leopard gecko master? And I'm going to tell you guys this right now. There's no such thing as a leopard gecko master. Everyone is part of the hobby. I have my own little corner of the hobby, the stuff that I work with and stuff like that. I pride myself on being, a purist when it comes to genetics and stuff like that. But there's a lot of great breeders out there that build this community to what it is. So I guess I can't call myself a leopard gecko master. The very next thing was, do I have to breed the leopard gecko? I'm going to take this because I actually did a follow-up question to this person to see what they were talking about. And the person didn't respond back to me. But I'm going to take it as you have a pet gecko and you're wanting to know if you have to breed it. And it's not going to hurt it not to breed a leopard gecko. If it's female and it ovulates, it'll just reabsorb and it's fine. In a rare case that it does lay an egg or two, you can just toss them, but it's not going to hurt it if you do not breed your leopard gecko. And if it's a male, it's not going to hurt it at all. Nothing will happen to it at all. The next one's going to be a little bit more in depth, a little bit. The person asked, and I'm not going to put their name out there just so I'm not going to call them out, asked if they could be on a radio show. I do have a few radio shows that I do. And if you would like to be on one, all you got to do is contact me. The easiest way to contact me is Gary@faunaradio.com. And that will go right to my Fauna Radio account. And you can talk to me about any of the radio shows that I do. All my radio shows are PG, so children can listen to them also. I'm really big on that. But I don't care if you're a hobbyist, if you're a big breeder, if you're just someone interested in it, we will get you on the show and we'll talk. It's not a big deal. The show's open to anybody. And if you don't want to be on Fauna Radio, but you want to be on Orner Radio, what I call OE Thoughts, let's go there. We could talk about something going on in the hobby, something like that. Or if you want to be on my podcast, the podcast is going to open up to a lot of different people if they want to record their story, which is the life of a breeder. I have my next part 3, which I shouldn't even talk about right now because it's going to be coming up in a question. But if you wanted to do something like that, where you did a podcast about yourself in the hobby, we can work that out. Another question was why there's no more YouTube videos. And the YouTube videos, it's kind of hard. I've said this on the radio show a few times. It's not that I can't record. It's time to sit down and edit. I have a lot of hard drives. I think there's one here. Maybe there's not. I thought there was a hard drive sitting here somewhere. Yeah, this is one of the hard drives. This is a 2 terabyte hard drive. It's full of video. I have lots and lots of raw video. And the raw video is just something that I have to sit down and I have to edit. I have to edit an intro. I have to edit an outro. I want to do it correctly. But I'm also big on giving out correct information. So when that information is not correct, I'm not going to put it out. So let's say, it's just got to be put together right for me. And that's the thing, is time. I have to make more time for YouTube. I do at least got to put out a video once a week. I am trying to work that out. And guess what? This week, I'm going to be at an expo this Sunday. So tomorrow I'll be cleaning geckos all day, and I'm going to be feeding geckos and find out which ones I want to take out of the hundreds I got downstairs. And I got a lot to figure out. Then it comes Friday. I got to get everything situated for the show. And it's just like I never have time to sit down and edit video. It's something that I got to find time. If I have time, I got tons of video. And I just want it to be done correctly and look good for you guys. But that is coming. YouTube is coming. I promise you. Every single time that I say, hey, guess what? It's going to happen this time, I don't get it done by that time. So I'm not going to set a deadline this time. I'm just going to get that video edited, get it ready. I'm going to start uploading. That's what's going to happen. So I don't have a time frame. The next question has to do with something I spoke about a little bit earlier, and that is, are we going to hear the next part of your podcast? They're talking about the life of a breeder when I gave the first parts of my life as when I became a breeder in the reptile community. I did part 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to have 3 more parts. They are recorded. I just got to master them up a little bit and get some things. Make sure the details are correct, because I can re-record some of it. Some of it I paused a little too long or this and that. I got to cut stuff out like that. And once I do that, they will be up. And when I start uploading them, it'll be another 3 weeks in a row. So each week it'll be that. And then I'm going to open up a breeder's life or something like that. I think I call it the breeder's life or life of a breeder. I'm going to open that up for another person to do a podcast themselves. They record the file and send it to me, and I will upload that as, life of a breeder. It'd be a small podcast that is open up to anybody. So if you're interested in doing something like that, and you could be just a hobbyist, I'll upload it. As long as it's PG, I don't want cussing and stuff like that in it, because I want my radio station to be child friendly. The next one was room tour. My gecko rooms are downstairs, and they are kind of all over the place right now because I am building more racks. I have to build more racks, more shelving. I'm bringing this studio that I'm in now. This is just a room that's upstairs, and you can hear my bird if my kids are running around. So I'm going to be taking this downstairs and making a studio downstairs, so I could do my radio show. I could do lives. I could maybe, do editing and stuff like that, and be away from everything, kind of seclude myself a little bit, why I do that. So the room tour, it probably will come after I get the studio set up and the racks done. And then we'll do a room tour. I'm not sure if it'll be a 2-part, 3-part, because there is a lot. I might have to do like leopard geckos, and then I'll have to do crested geckos and gargoyles and stuff like that. Then I'll do the rare species, and then I'll do one with the snakes and maybe the Nile monitor, sulcata tortoises, stuff like that. So that room tour. I was asked also about the lemon frost again, and they just asked, why don't I give it a shot? Because I put somewhere on a post that I'll never breed a lemon frost, and the reason is it's already been done. The lemon frost has already had its heyday, and everyone says, "Oh, it's only been a few years." Well, it was scientifically studied and linked to that gene. Them tumors were linked to the pigment, and I'm just not willing to do it. Now, Enigma was a little bit different because we didn't send out them studies. We just kind of bred it ourselves and seen what we could do. And I know there's people still working with Enigmas. How I do things now is I morally won't do what I feel's wrong, but I'm not going to tell someone else they can't. I won't deal with them animals. If you understand what I'm saying. So if, like Joe Blow over here is, breeding Enigma, am I going to slam that person? No. But I would never advertise or recommend buying an Enigma or a lemon frost or anything like that. So it's kind of a touchy subject for me, and it's probably going to be something that's going to be on the radio show again one day, or on a podcast, something like that. OE Thoughts. So that's something. The other one was, are we going to be releasing Clouded? Clouded is something that I'm seeing is just going to be another dark gecko. I am excited about it still. I'm pumped about it still, but I was breeding. I wanted a certain look, and it's gotten darker. So the second gen stuff is kind of where I wanted it. I wanted a little bit more. I wanted yellow peeking through. You think of a stormy cloud, but with like rays of sunshine coming through it a little bit. And I wanted that. I wanted like oranges and yellows coming through that dark cloudiness. And Gen 2s were kind of doing that. Um, and Gen 3s, it started turning into blacker geckos, darker geckos. I was losing all that pigment. Let's be honest, it's a melanistic animal. I mean, I believe the melanistic lines are going to be out there just like tangerine lines. Tangerine, you can breed orange for orange for orange for orange, and melanistic can breed for dark, 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 dark. So is it a bad project? No, it's not a bad project, but I mean, do I want to? It's kind of hard to say. Do I want to put out another melanistic line and just put Oe's name on it, clouded and stuff like that? It's kind of been when I started hatching out these third gens, I was like, wow. So I got to get these third gens up to size and really see what they change into. But they're looking just like they're going to be another black gecko. So we'll see what I can do with that. I'm actually thinking about just making it a dark gecko line and maybe just calling it melanistic. Maybe I'll call it clouded. I don't know. I like the clouded name, but maybe getting the Black Knight project and using my line of clouded to diversify the Black Knight, since it was line bred so much into itself, and that people are bringing up them problems that it have. Well, I have a line that's not related to Black Knight at all. Think of it like, Black Pearl or, charcoal. And maybe my melanistic line could, diversify it a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. So am I going to release Clouded this year? Probably not. And maybe a select few people that I trust that I could sell the project, sell some to, and they can work with it too and give me feedback on, because that's something that a lot of breeders don't do. And then some breeders do when they got their line bred projects, trusting someone saying, hey, you deal with this and see what you can do with it too. And, keep track of it. Let me know what's going on. So Clouded might not be released at shows this year. So I do got some cool animals. You'll see them on videos. You will see them on videos. The next question was, what is something that I'm proud of? What's something you're proud of for 2021? Out of my collection, and that's going to be my pure patties. I think I'm one of the only ones in the country. I might not be the only one, but I'm one of the only ones in the country that have pure patternless. I am pretty sure that I have pure Eclipse, but I'm not going to sell them this year. I got a little bit more proven out. The female I know my male is pure Eclipse. I proved him out. But the female that I had is a very, very low percent het tremper that I bred him to. And the babies are all Eclipse. But this year I'm going to take her directly to a raptor. So, hi, Mr. J. How you doing today? I'm going to breed her directly to a raptor. And if I don't pop out anything, the 11 Eclipse I have from her would be pure then. And I can build my group I want, and I can sell just a few of my pure Eclipse. I'm doing pretty good. Everything's going great here. I'm a little tired today, but everything's going good. So the pure Eclipse is going to be something that I might not release. I do have pure Bell, but I'm not going to be selling pure Bell this year. I have 100% pure Bell. And next season would be when you guys start seeing more of the pure stuff out of my collection. I kind of took like half my collection and went after the pure genetics. Everyone else is chasing combos and chasing this and chasing that. And I'm trying to put the building blocks back up. I didn't work hard at all today. I run a cell phone store. So I run a cell phone store, and I didn't even get down to play with geckos today. I did a live on Madison Herp Societies because I am the director for the Fox Valley Young Explorers, division of the Fox Valley chapters Herp Society, and I did a live for them today and there, which I was really excited about. I'm so excited about that being a Young Explorers director. So if you guys got time, go on my Facebook, just look up Gary Orner, go to Orner Exotics. I posted on both places and check out that video. It's just a real short video. Megan and Katie are going to be a blast to work with, which I learned a lot about them too. And the last question was, this is a tough one. Am I going to be back to Ohio to vend shows? That's probably not going to happen, as I'm in Wisconsin now. So it's going to be hard with COVID and stuff. So it's going to be real hard to get back to Ohio. Yes, the young explorers is for all the kids or the young adults to in the Herp Society. We educate. So every month, Katie and Megan and myself, for the first 3 to 4 months, will be doing educational shows online so these children can tune in and learn stuff. We'll have craft sessions and stuff like that. And then going from there, we can either split up and we do our own chapters. You know, Megan is in Milwaukee, Katie's in Madison, and I'm in Fox Valley. Or we could continue to work together. I'm pretty... I wouldn't mind working with them every time because they're really cool people. If they decide they want to go their separate ways, that's cool too. But I really like working with them. I like working with a group of people. So we're going to be educating, like we're going to be talking about, how animals migrate and what animals you can find in your backyard. The difference between an emerald tree boa and a green tree python, and we're going to get some scientific stuff into it. We're going to get anything we can do to jive up some interest into the wildlife in their herp trade. So this channel, it is going to get going. You guys do know that I used to have a very popular YouTube channel back in like 2007-ish to 2009, 2010. I had thousands of subscribers and upon thousands of subscribers. I mean, it was me and Ralph Davis and Al Kritz. I think that was like the big boys of the herp or reptile YouTube. But I'm going to go back to old school. I'm not going to do the shock and awe, let things bite me. I'm not going to put up the bloody screenshots to get you into it. I'm not going to put the clickbait in there. My channel is going to be like it was old school. I'm going to go 100% old school, and I'm going to do it the way I did it in day one. And we're going to be running contests. I'm going to be giving away shirts. I'm going to be giving away shirts on Fauna Radio. I'm working on all this right now. So, and see, Mr. J, I agree with you. Old school is the way to go. It's time to bring the hobby back from a shock and awe. I agree. So I'm hoping that this channel takes off, and I know that's why I don't got subscribers. I got a lot of leopard gecko stuff, guys. I even have wildlife video. I take my camera out all the time. I mean, I bought this camera a year and a half ago, and I've got so much video, so much pictures, and I got to do something with it. I got to start doing, I have to. So my job doesn't take me away from the house as much anymore, and I'm starting to get stuff ironed out. So when I get my studio moved, and to be in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'll have my studio moved, and I'll have my reptile rooms back up to par with more racks. I'll take you guys through them, show you guys how I label them, how everything stays here. And we'll go from there. So this was just a really quick, question and answer, something that I had to throw up real quick to let you guys know. I am going to shoot to get a video up. I don't want to put a timeline on it because of, every time I put a timeline on it, it's like, oh, it don't happen. I feel bad about it. So I'm not going to put a timeline on it. I'm working on editing some video. I have the podcast. The podcast, I'll let you guys know. The podcast is coming up. Part 4 of my podcast will be coming up in the next 2 weeks. Look for that to be launched, and it's going to be up on Animalia Radio. Animalia Radio is the new brand. I used to be called the Total Radio, which I still own, but now it's Animalia, animal with an IA. Animalia is all animals, okay? It's everything. So animaliaradio.com. All my podcasts are up there now. All Fun and Radio, all OE Thoughts, everything. And just remember, guys, like Big Rex. Yes. So Anime Ray is going to have all my podcasts on it, and look for the podcast to be launched. And I'm probably going to put the date out there in the next 3 to 5 days when that podcast is going to be going up. So, guys, it's been awesome. It's been only 20 minutes, so it's been a little quickie. So I'm going to let this go and talk to you guys soon.